Winter is here, and your perennials don't have to suffer. Hi, my fellow gardeners, and today I'm showing you the simplest, most effective ways to protect your plants, whether they're in pots, raised beds, or right in the ground. Now, you might be wondering why we even need to worry about winter protection. Well, it's not just about the cold. Frost can actually heave plants right out of the soil, exposing their roots. Freezing and thawing cycles damage tender root systems, and those harsh winter winds can dry out plants even when they're dormant. But here's the good news. These are techniques I've used for years. They cost almost nothing, and you probably have everything you need sitting in your garage or yard right now. Let's get started. Section 1. Container Gardens. First up, let's talk about container gardens. Now, if you're growing perennials in pots, you've got a special challenge. Those roots are much more exposed to temperature swings than plants in the ground. When a container freezes solid, it can seriously damage or even kill your plant's root system. So here's my first DIY hack, the bubble wrap barrier. All you need is some bubble wrap. You know, that stuff from packages you've been saving, or even old blankets or towels. Simply wrap your pots with it and secure it with some twine or rope. Now here's the key. You're wrapping the container, not the plant itself. We want to insulate those roots from the cold, but the foliage can handle the air temperature just fine. If you don't have bubble wrap, an old blanket works beautifully. Even layers of newspaper can do the trick in a pinch. Now, my second hack for containers is what I call the huddle method. Think about it. When we're cold, we huddle together for warmth, right? Your plants are no different. Group all your containers together against a wall of your house, preferably on the south or east side, where they'll get some winter sun and protection from north winds. Once they're huddled up, mulch heavily around and between the pots with leaves, straw, or wood chips. This creates a microclimate that keeps temperatures more stable. And here's a bonus tip. During extreme cold snaps, you can throw an old blanket or sheet over the whole group overnight. Just remember to take it off in the morning. If you have an unheated garage or shed, you can also move your hardiest containers in there. They'll still go dormant, but they'll be protected from the worst of the weather. Section 2. Raised bed gardens. Now let's move on to raised bed gardens. These are wonderful for us seniors because they're easier on our backs, but they do have one winter challenge. They freeze faster than ground level beds because they're elevated and exposed to cold air on all sides. My first hack for raised beds is what I call the Mulch Mountain. After your first hard frost, and this timing is important, apply a thick layer of mulch over your entire bed. I'm talking 4 to 6 inches of shredded leaves, straw, or wood chips. This creates a blanket that insulates the soil and keeps temperatures more consistent. Now, when you're applying this mulch, don't pile it right up against the crowns of your plants. Leave a little breathing room. We want to protect the roots, but we don't want to encourage rot or create a cozy home for mice right at the base of the plant. My second hack is the insulation skirt. This is simple. Stack straw bales around the perimeter of your raised bed. If you don't have straw bales, you can wrap the sides of your bed with cardboard and then stack bags of leaves against it. This protects your bed from wind and adds another layer of insulation where it's needed most, on those exposed sides. And if you really want to go the extra mile, here's an optional enhancement. Create a simple hoop frame using PVC pipe. You can get this at any hardware store, and drape it with row cover fabric or even old sheets. This creates a protected zone over your plants. It's like a cozy blanket fort for your garden. Section 3. Ground level bed gardens. All right, ground level beds. These are actually the easiest to protect because Mother Nature does a lot of the work for us. The earth itself provides natural insulation. My classic hack here is simple. The mulch layer. 3 to 4 inches of organic mulch is all you need. And here's the beautiful part. Fallen leaves work perfectly. If you've got a lawnmower, just run over your fallen leaves once to shred them up a bit, then spread them over your beds. Free, effective, and natural. Now the key question everyone asks is, when do I put down this mulch? And the answer is, wait until the ground is frozen. I know it's tempting to get it done on a nice fall day, but if you mulch too early, you're creating a warm, cozy hotel for mice and voles. Plus, early mulching can delay your plants going dormant, which makes them more vulnerable to damage. My second hack for ground-level beds is the branch cover. After the holidays, when you take down your Christmas tree or when you're doing winter pruning, save those evergreen branches, lay them over your beds right on top of your mulch layer. These branches create air pockets, they trap snow for extra insulation, and they provide a little windbreak. It's simple, it's free, and it works beautifully. Now, if you have some perennials that are a bit more tender, maybe you're pushing your zone a little bit, mark those plants with stakes so you can find them, and give them an extra thick layer of mulch, 6 to 8 inches for those special plants. Before we wrap up, let me give you a few universal tips that apply no matter what type of garden you have. First, timing really does matter. As I mentioned, don't mulch too early. Wait for the ground to freeze. This prevents rodent problems and makes sure your plants go dormant on their natural schedule. Second, let's talk about free materials. You don't need to spend money on fancy products. Fallen leaves, especially if you shred them, are fantastic. Newspaper works too. Just wet it down and layer it on. Pine needles are excellent. Even cardboard boxes broken down flat can be used as a bottom layer under your mulch. Now, what should you avoid? Don't use plastic sheeting directly on plants. Plastic traps moisture and doesn't breathe, which can cause rot. And remember what I said earlier, don't pile mulch right up against plant crowns. Give them a little space. So there you have it. 3 types of gardens. Simple solutions. Bubble wrap and huddling for your pots, mulch mountains and insulation skirts for raised beds, and good old leaves and branches for ground level beds. The best part? You probably have everything you need already sitting around your property. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite winter protection trick? Have you discovered something that works great in your garden? Share it in the comments below. We're all learning together here at Senior Green Thumbs. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss more practical gardening tips. Until next time, happy gardening, and here's to bringing all our perennials safely through the winter.